Well, good morning. It's another Isaac day, another Isaac daily. I have some idea what's going to happen with this. I was trying to die on the Xbox version, and I did. Just quickly enough to where. Excuse me. Quickly. I'm going to get some water here before we get started. Okay. As I was saying, the Xbox version. I died because I needed to. I needed to like just get it over with, and didn't have to worry about a win streak. I just have to get to 31 days, and that's it. So as you can see here, we've got this this setup, and I guess when I died, I was like 46th place, and this was on floor 1. So this is going to be very interesting because, as you can see right now, this is kind of ridiculous. I don't know what today is. Butter, huh? No. So we're going to have to be overly cautious and somehow aim these tiers, even though it's pretty impractical. And we're going to the dark room. Oh boy. There we go. What kind of a cursed run is this? I don't know. I feel like we've got that rainbow worm trinket, or like all the worm trinkets like combined. Well, to an extent. I don't think it's all of them. But this is like a mess. Sorry, it's just kind of early in the morning. My throat's kind of like messy right now. Yeah, so hopefully we find some decent items, particularly brimstone. I think brimstone might fix it. Uh-huh. Oh, piercing shots. I mean, that's a start, I guess. Still won't be able to aim, but at least he'll go through things. That's a little... Yeah, that actually looks a little better. There we go. Just get through this mess. Yeah, yesterday's runs were alright. So, like, the one run, when I was talking about squirrels and stuff like that, that was like almost 2 hours long. So, yeah, I didn't think it would be that long, but that's what happens when you're just kind of restarting and then you're playing the keeper. Surprisingly, we survived this. No, I didn't want to be there. Okay, we just go. Whatever. We get an orbital. That helps. But do I really want an orbital? I mean, I probably should take it. With what's going on here. And we had a powerful loss run too yesterday for a random. So that wasn't too bad. And it was pretty quick too. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot. Like, I watched a movie last night. It was Tombstone or something like that. It's a 1993 film. Excuse me. Just that extra phlegm and stuff. Clearing out those, clearing out my throat and stuff. Oh, we forgot our spirit hearts. Oh no. Our deal with the devil. It's been tanked. Oh well. Anyways, I watched Tombstone, and I never seen the movie, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it, and it wasn't too bad for a western. Um, Modern western, I mean. I've seen True Grit, the original True Grit. I haven't seen the remake. Uh, I kind of like True Grit, the old one, the classic. I don't know. I haven't really watched too many westerns over the years. I mean, if you count Back to the Future 3, I mean, that's kinda a western. Not a true western, but you know. Fun fact though, like when you see those cowboy hats and stuff like that in these films, those hats didn't exist in that era. It was like something else, like some other kind of hat that they were commonly wearing. So that was just another, Hollywood fantasy they were making up with that. So you expect it was also in Tombstone and other movies. Epifora, huh? No. Yeah. Well, let's see here. Let's just pick that up for a second and get rid of it. I mean, that'd be kind of useful. That's not. Finger's pretty good. Okay, whatever. I think we got our money back. But at least this gives us the spirit heart here. And I'm saving the reroll for like a boss item, or if we manage to do get a deal, then we should be set. But yeah, westerns. They are numerous. There's a lot of westerns. Like I haven't seen like the other classics, which I should sometime. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like Hollywood. I mean, that seems like it's most definitely. They warp a lot of stuff to kind of fit this narrative and people pleasing to a degree. Appealing to a certain demographic at times. Um, like, for example, from what I was reading about with Battlefield 1, they were putting certain individuals into the battle line, like a bunch of them. And back then, that wasn't feasible because of like how standards were and stuff back then. So they were doing it for more political, social justice reasons, and not really the true accuracy for historical purposes by any means. And that's what you kind of hear sometimes about like I hear in the news too off and on. It's like this movie, this show, it's YouTube videos too. It's like they predicted this, da da da, right? Well, no. You see, what happens is they have these producers, designers, and all this stuff. Coming up with a script. They're not like so much predicting. I do not need that. Okay, what we got here? Okay, that's a good damage upgrade. I'm not too mad. um, Now, can they be influenced by, say, like a government or something to like make some propaganda? Yeah, that happens a lot. um, what was it? The Call of Duty series is working with the government to, or something like that, to the U.S. government at least, to produce like military-based games for like those kind of sakes and stuff like that. I'm not going too much into it, but it's like there's a lot of it out there. And glowing hourglass, huh? Let's go back in time here, because I don't want that. Okay. Um, that would be useful, but I need like a way to re-roll stuff, like we just did in the last floor. Um, I don't know. I haven't played a Call of Duty game, like I said, like videos ago. That it's been since Modern Warfare 3, I think. So that's been a while. Let's see. Yeah, going back with like Hollywood stuff. You kind of hear in the news too. It's like, oh, this controversial thing coming up in these films, blah blah blah, and that's what it happens typically. Is that stuff kind of crops up, just like when I was talking about with books. You know, banning books and we're trying to ban books or their illustrations. It's a very similar thing, but of course films are trickier with that aspect. I mean, unlike like books where it's like really good for you to like read and stuff, like movies don't have as much of a benefit for you really. Yeah, it's a sort of escapism and stuff, but then it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna learn anything like useful. Like, I haven't really seen like any of the Avenger movies or anything like that, so I'm not into superhero stuff anymore. I used to when I was a kid, but I've kind of grown up. And not saying like people who watch it are children or adults to be like children, but I mean, in the sense for me, I've grown up to where it's like I'm moving on with that. Um,
Friends till the end.
Cause I think there's like over 20 hours worth of like stuff you have to watch prior to watching. Okay, I thought that was Cursed Eye. I had to think there for a second. Um, but yeah, you have to like watch all this stuff in order to get the gist, get the background of everything that's happening before you watch like Infinity War and the other one. Uh, Whatever. I forgot the name. Probably it's not important too much. Um, I guess Harry Potter was kind of an exception because I want to see the conclusion, how it was made from the book. Because I was reading the books when I was younger. Um, so that's kind of an exception for me. There we go. We got our deal. Crackerjack, huh? Wishbone. That's another thing, too. Kind of stirred up a memory here. Sacrificial altar. Does this work? Yes, it does. Okay. Well. Wait, we keep getting Curse the Blind. What? I just realized this. So, our dice is almost completely useless. Well, no, we didn't have Curse of the Blind last floor. That's right. No, as I was saying, speaking of wishbones, um, there was this television show on PBS when I was a kid, called Wishbone or something. I didn't really watch it. Like I said, like these intros, these different shows, they just kind of come on, and they come on so numerously that it gets kind of stuck in your head. It's like an earworm or something. And the show Wishbone was, I think it has to do with this dog who solves like mysteries or have adventures. I don't know, something like that. Live action talking dog thing. I don't know. Like nobody else can understand him but you and other animals. I don't know. Something weird. And that was a thing back then. I mean, pre high speed internet, you know. Heck, it was like cheap entertainment. Ooh. We might be coming back for that. I think that's going to be your lifesaver here. If we get this poop. There we go. Cause like back then when I was a kid, like PBS was like, okay, so there was PBS, there was Fox, there was uh, WB. That was it for us kids back then because um, we didn't have the money to afford, the high-end channels like Disney and stuff. Later years we did, but well, we died. What is our rank? Huh. See, now that throws me off. I guess with the Xbox version, not so many people have the game, and there's a subset where they're up around this time. That's fine. That's fine. I might just end this video early, so that way I don't like go too overboard with this. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let's like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.